to Made Up. It's your girl Diane, and in today's video we are going to be comparing my tried and true sunscreen, which is the Australian Gold SPF 50 Tinted Sunscreen, and then the new-ish BB cream for medium to tan skin tones. I know there have been quite a few people who have talked to me about this, about potentially trying it, and I just recently picked it up just these last few weeks. So I wanted to give it a shot and really compare it to my tried and true and have you guys see the differences between the two and if this actually worked for my skin tone. So if that sounds interesting to you, keep watching. Let's go ahead and get started with application. So on this side, I'm going to be using the regular one that I always use, which is the SPF 50, the Tinted Mineral Sunscreen. And on this side, I will be using the BB cream for medium to tan skin tones. Still SPF 50 on this one. So first, I am going to start off with the regular tinted sunscreen, my old tried and true. And so there it is right there. That's the tone if you are unfamiliar with what that looks like. So I'm only going to be doing half of the face. It's always kind of tricky keeping it on one side of the face. I also should say that my skincare is already done up until the point of moisturizer, so that is all squared away. So as you can see, it starts off a little bit pinky upon first application, but then as I blend into the skin, it's not too terrible. It definitely doesn't match my skin, but underneath makeup, I'm not gonna know. So now we're gonna get started with the BB cream in medium to tan. And I'm just gonna put a little dollop on there as well. You can see the tone there. For me, when I first look at this is too rich. It's too deep for my skin. Shockingly, my skin tone is not medium. It's more on the light side. Definitely not fair, definitely not like really light skin. But when I'm looking for foundation, I'm somewhere between the light and the medium, somewhere right there in between, in the medium space. I don't know, but if there's a foundation with not much range and they only have like light, medium with like different tones, I actually have a really hard time matching my skin tone. It's either way too light or way too deep. So we'll see how this works out. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see that, but immediately I already know, right? I mean, it's pretty clear. It's just really not my shape. And that's what I was afraid of too. Anytime something has like 3 different, and I understand what they're saying is it's not supposed to be a specific tone match or anything like that, but as you can see, I am not medium. At least it looks to me on camera and somewhat in person as well. After we get it all rubbed in, it's not too terrible, but I will tell you that it stands out a lot more than this one. And I don't know if that translates on camera. Buffing it in and really making sure it gets in there definitely helps with the skin tone. But because the tone is so different, you should also be putting sunscreen on your neck. So I'm gonna be using a different sunscreen for that, just because this one is so pigmented that actually that's what I've been doing when I wear it, is I won't bring it down the neck because it has a nasty habit of staining the color of my shirt. So I just tend to avoid that. I've been using a different sunscreen for my neck. So that is the finished application. I will say this one applies just like the regular one, so no shocker there. I figured they would be about the same, even though this is called a BB cream. Looks like it's still water resistant, 80 minutes. So this one says it's lightweight, matte finish, it's vegan. The active ingredients are the same. It's 4% of titanium dioxide, 4% of zinc oxide. As far as touch, the same sort of feel to the skin. They both look pretty mattifying to me, or at least the same type of mattifying, and it feels pretty nice on the skin. They feel exactly the same. I don't notice any difference. The only difference I'm really seeing is in tone. I feel like on camera it's making me look a little orange, a little Oompa Loompa maybe, but let's see, once we apply on the makeup, how they compare. Because I have been wearing this, but I'll put makeup on top of it, so then I don't really know if it makes that much of a difference, if it's actually changing my tone ever so slightly. I haven't noticed that when I do a full face of this. I put on the makeup, and for the most part, it's okay. I'm gonna finish off the rest of the face. We're gonna put a full face on. We're gonna see if it makes a tone difference between each side of the face once I finally get everything on. And then we're also gonna see how it wears throughout the day. See you soon. All right, friends, so I've got the rest of my makeup on. We're doing a very light, no makeup, natural kind of look today. Just really, really light. What do you guys think? I honestly think you can tell. That's just my personal opinion. I didn't notice it before because I've never done half and half, but I don't know if this translates on camera. However, I feel like it does. I mean, from my little tiny screen, it looks to me like I can see a difference even on camera. Off camera, I believe in person, you can see it. Now, that being said, half of my face is in a different product. So I know that it's like that, and it might be me. I should mention I use the Rare Beauty foundation. I've been really liking that one. It's been what I've been using for quite some time now, so I'm pretty familiar with the product. But let's go and see how it wears throughout the day. As of right now, I am noticing that this side appears to be a little bit drier than this side. It just looks that way, just my observation. We'll see how it plays out throughout the day. I'll do a midday check-in, and then of course, final thoughts at the end of the evening. It's about 1 o'clock right now. I've probably had this on for an hour. It's been since about 12, so we'll see how long I can get this makeup to last. I'm gonna aim for at least 8 hours, a full kind of day's worth, but we'll see. We'll check back in. Bye. All right, guys, so this is what the face looks like right now. It's midday check-in. Well, really, the makeup's been on for about 4 hours. The sunscreen's been on for about 5 hours. So this is what we're working with right now. Just as a reminder, this is the BB cream side and this is the regular tinted side. The skin looks pretty good. I will tell you though, as time has gone on, I feel like the BB cream side has gotten even darker. I feel like there's a bit of oxidation that's happening because I feel like it's showing darker, and I don't think that's coming across on camera, but in person, I can clearly see 2 halves of my face. So that being said, we'll check in again at night. And I should also note that I do touch up about every 2 hours with a powdered sunscreen, which is what you're supposed to be doing, especially for makeup users. If you are someone who isn't wearing makeup and just sunscreen on your face every day, you can just put it on every 2 hours, whatever the recommended time frame is. Most sunscreens are typically about every 2 hours, and this does say to reapply at least every 2 hours. However, if you are a makeup person, you should be touching up with a powdered sunscreen, and I will be doing a review on that soon. I'm trying out a new one, so stay tuned for that. We'll check back in at the end of the evening. Hi friends, all right, we are back and it is the end of the night. It is 10:30. I've had this sunscreen on since 12 o'clock and then the makeup shortly after at 1. So this is the final wear of the day. This is what it looks like. A little bit of the oils coming through, but nothing out of the ordinary. After all, I've had this on my face for quite some time now. I think you can see the difference a little bit more here. I think it wore the same, but this one is not my shade. So if you are near my skin tone, this one is probably not gonna be for you. And in fact, I mean, the other one is fair to light. I'm pretty positive that's not gonna work for me. I'm not even gonna give it a try. So I am gonna stick with this one here. However, maybe in the summer months, I can give this one a go when maybe I get a little more tan on the rest of me, that this might work for me then. There was nothing wrong with it. I think it wore pretty darn nice. Pretty comparable to this product especially, so I definitely like it. It's just not my right shade match. During the summer, I will give that a go then. I had a lot of fun shooting this video. That's all I have for you tonight. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you can be notified of all my future uploads. All right, guys, till next time, bye.